Welcome to One Training, where we provide health and fitness content to help you achieve your goals. Choose the fitness course professional athletes trust. Click the link in the comments to learn more.
Hi guys, Chris from One Training. Welcome back to another fitness education video. In this video, we'll focus on the crucial, important aspect of hazard identification when working on the gym floor. Okay, but let's start by looking at what a hazard actually means. Okay, so a hazard can be defined as any potential source, situation, or condition that has the potential to cause harm, injury, or damage to individuals or property. It's important to recognize hazards and take appropriate measures to mitigate or eliminate them to make sure that the gym environment is a safe environment for everyone. Okay, so let's now move on to some example hazards you may encounter at any commercial gym or any gym for that matter. Okay, so the main things we need to be aware of when identifying hazards, okay, are going to be things like equipment malfunctions. Okay, so this is obviously a broken piece of equipment, a broken machine, a loose cable, treadmills with where the emergency stop doesn't work. It would be considered a hazard. Okay, obviously, for obvious reasons, and a range of different injuries or issues that could occur from these things getting worse, or injuring someone. Think about wet and slippery surfaces. So spills around water coolers in the bathrooms, condensation, is sweaty hands and backs that have been on benches and things like that. So inadequate cleaning. These can all lead to slippery floors or surfaces, and they can really cause some damage at times. Improper equipment storage. So think about equipment being left in the wrong spot, not being stored properly, again, or even just left in the middle of the floor. It might be very obvious where these things are, but again, they create obstacles and definitely create hazards for both staff and gym members alike. Insufficient lighting in some areas can make it difficult to identify hazards or create just a bit of sensory issues. Again, if someone's got some issues with seeing or those type of things. Again, if we can't actually see the area's not well lit up, okay, this can cause some dramas, as well as poorly maintained facilities. So if we're not doing maintenance on machines, as well as cracked flooring, ripped tiles, damaged walls, the emergency exits don't actually allow you to exit, things like that. These can all be safety risks in certain situations. Okay. So again, these are just a few examples, but what we want you to make sure of is that when you are looking for these hazards, you're looking at every possible, area of the gym and not just the very obvious ones. Okay. So once we kind of know what we're looking for, let's look at how we can identify them. Okay. So there's a few simple ways you can do this. Okay. And again, a lot of them don't require a whole lot of effort, okay, or any specific equipment, okay. So something simple as doing regular visual inspections of the gym floor of certain pieces of equipment, just looking for signs of damage, wear and tear, things like that, okay. And this could be as you're doing your rounds, as you're going to the bathroom, as you're doing a bit of a tidy up, even as you're going to set up for your sessions, okay. This is something that you could be doing all day, every day, okay. We definitely want to have open communication with members and allow them to tell us if there's any hazards they're observing that we're not seeing. Okay, so having a bit of a suggestion box, even just maybe having on the TV screens, if there's any maintenance required, just some sort of awareness like that to let them know that we really want to know if there's any dramas or hazards out there. Okay. Again, we've got to train our staff on how to identify these correctly, and possibly looking at some of the more tricky ones. So not just emergencies, but also just making sure that we're all aware and that we create a bit of a culture where everyone's encouraged to be proactive and try to minimize these hazards at all costs. Okay, if we're all very nonchalant about these things, then when hazards regularly occur, we can't really be too surprised. Okay. And lastly, if we're able to collaborate and be very very close with our maintenance personnel or whoever we have to approach for to get any hazards rectified after we identify them. Okay. Again, this is all part of the process, and even doing the last one, or the most obvious one, I think, is going to be doing periodic risk assessments. Okay, so this evaluates, the potential hazards that we've come across. Okay, that have occurred. All right, and by evaluating, the level of risk, again, we can make sure that we implement preventative measures. So this may mean rearranging the gym floor, even looking at specific, safety guards or somewhere to store equipment. Okay, whatever it may be. These can all just make sure that we maintain the safest possible gym environment. Okay, so by following these simple practices and making sure that we know what to look for, we can significantly reduce the risk of accidents and make sure that the gym is the safest possible environment for everyone. Okay, so that's the end of our video for today on hazard identification while working on the gym floor. Thanks for joining us. Bye, guys.